The Roman Dodecahedron remains one of archaeology's most baffling enigmas. It is a small, hollow object cast from bronze or, in very rare instances, carved from stone. Its form is a perfect geometric dodecahedron, possessing 12 flat pentagonal faces. Each of these 12 faces is pierced with a circular hole, and each hole is of a different diameter. Furthermore, small, decorative knobs or studs protrude from each of the 20 vertices. These objects typically range in size from 4 to 11 centimeters, fitting comfortably in the palm of a hand. Over 100 of these mysterious artifacts have been unearthed over the centuries. They have been found in locations from Wales to Hungary, with a high concentration in the Roman provinces of Gaul and Germania. The dating of these objects places them between the 2nd and 4th centuries AD. Central mystery surrounding the dodecahedron is its complete absence from any known Roman texts or illustrations. No contemporary accounts describe their function, their name, or their purpose. This profound silence from the historical record has fueled endless speculation and debate. The theories about their use can be broadly divided into two main categories: practical tools or ritualistic objects. One of the earliest and most persistent theories suggests they were a form of measuring device. Perhaps they were used as rangefinders for military artillery or for surveying land. By sighting a target of a known height through two opposing holes, one could theoretically calculate the distance. However, the lack of any standardization in their size or hole diameters makes this highly impractical. Each dodecahedron would require its own unique and complex calibration chart, none of which have ever been found. The non-uniform holes seem to argue strongly against a function requiring precise, repeatable measurements. Another tool-based theory proposes they were used for knitting or weaving. Specifically, it has been suggested they were used to create the fingers of Roman gloves. Different hole sizes would correspond to the different finger sizes of a glove. Experiments have shown that it is indeed possible to knit glove fingers in this manner. However, this theory does not explain the expensive bronze material or the intricate craftsmanship. A simple wooden tool would have served the same purpose at a fraction of the cost. The high value of the objects suggests a more significant function than a mere knitting aid. A third practical theory suggests they were elaborate candlestick holders. Wax residue has been found inside at least one specimen, lending some credence to this idea. The different hole sizes could have held candles of varying diameters. Yet many dodecahedrons show no signs of heat or wax, and their stability as holders is often poor. The object's elaborate design seems far too complex for such a mundane task. Other suggestions include a scepter head, a game piece, or a tool for inspecting water pipes. Each of these practical theories encounters significant objections and inconsistencies. This has led many researchers to explore the realm of ritual and religion. The dodecahedron's geometric perfection and connection to the number 12 are highly symbolic. Some propose it was an instrument for divination or fortune-telling. It could have been rolled like a die, with the outcome determined by which hole faced upwards. The 12 faces could correspond to the 12 months of the year or the 12 signs of the zodiac. This would make it a tool for astrological prediction, a popular practice in the Roman world. A fascinating theory connects the dodecahedron to determining the optimal sowing date for winter grain. The idea is that by looking through a specific hole at a specific time of year, the sun's light would appear in a certain way. Only during a specific period in late autumn and early spring would the sunlight pass perfectly through two opposite holes. This would signal the correct time for agricultural activities, a matter of life and death for ancient communities. This theory elegantly combines the practical with the calendrical and possibly ritualistic. It could explain the object's prevalence in the agricultural, Celtic-influenced northern provinces. The object might have been a master's tool for a specific guild or a symbol of a mystery cult. Its complex construction would serve as a testament to the skill of the artisan who made it. As a cult object, its meaning would have been intentionally kept secret from outsiders. This would explain the complete lack of written documentation. The fact that many are found in hoards or buried in auspicious locations supports a religious function. One was even found in a woman's grave, suggesting it was a cherished personal possession. The knobs on the vertices might have been used to hold or spool fine threads for rituals. The object's inherent symmetry and beauty are undeniable. This aesthetic quality alone suggests it was more than a simple tool. The debate continues to rage in archaeological circles today. New discoveries are rare, and each one is scrutinized for new clues. The dodecahedron found in Norton, Disney, England, in 2023 was a significant recent find. It was found by amateur metal detectorists, highlighting the role of the public in such discoveries. This particular dodecahedron was perfectly intact and well-crafted. Its discovery reignited public and academic interest in the puzzle. Ultimately, without a Roman Rosetta Stone for this object, we may never know its true purpose. It remains a potent symbol of the gaps in our understanding of the past. The dodecahedron challenges our assumptions about the Roman world. It reminds us that not everything was recorded. Not everything was meant to be understood by us. Perhaps its function was so commonplace that no one thought to write it down. Perhaps its purpose was so secret that writing it down was forbidden. The enigma is, in itself, what makes the Roman dodecahedron so captivating. Each theory opens a new window into the Roman mind. Was it a tool for the pragmatic soldier or a key for the mystical priest? The object's duality reflects the complexity of the Roman Empire itself. It was an empire of engineers and mystics, of builders and believers. The dodecahedron could have found a home in either world, or perhaps in both. The lack of wear on many examples is a point against the tool theory. A heavily used tool would surely show scuffs, scratches, or dents. Any dodecahedrons, however, look as if they were rarely handled. This pristine condition suggests a ritualistic function, where it was displayed more than used. The casting process itself was complex, requiring a multi-part mold. This lost wax casting technique was reserved for high-status objects. The investment in materials and labor was significant. This high cost makes a mundane purpose like a knitting tool seem unlikely. Consider the possibility of it being a toy for the wealthy elite. Geometric puzzles and curiosities were popular among educated Romans. However, a toy would not typically be buried in a hoard with coins. The context of the finds often points away from a trivial function. Let's revisit the calendrical device theory, as it holds strong appeal. The varying hole sizes could be used to observe the sun's corona at different times. It could function as a portable sundial or solar calendar. This would require specific knowledge passed down from master to apprentice. This oral tradition would leave no written record, fitting the evidence perfectly. The object's concentration in Gallo-Roman areas is also significant. This was a region where Roman and local Celtic traditions merged. The dodecahedron might be a product of this cultural syncretism. Perhaps it was a tool for a Celtic druid practicing a Romanized form of his religion. The Romans were often tolerant of local religions, sometimes adopting their gods and practices. The dodecahedron could be a physical manifestation of this blended spirituality. No dodecahedrons have been found in the Italian heartland, which is a crucial clue. This suggests it was a provincial phenomenon, not a mainstream Roman one. The object's meaning was likely tied to a specific regional culture. This makes a universal function like a military rangefinder less probable. If it were standard military equipment, it would be found across the entire empire, The same logic applies to a universal pipe measuring tool. The regional distribution strongly favors a cultural or religious explanation. Let's consider the studs on the vertices again. They are not merely decorative. They allow the object to stand stably on any of its faces. This stability is crucial if it were used as a stand or holder. It also matters if it were rolled as a die, as the studs would affect its tumble. The studs add another layer of complexity to an already complex object. Some have even proposed it was a musical instrument or a sound-making device. However, its solid, open-hold construction makes this unlikely. The search for a single, unifying theory may be a mistake. It's possible the object had multiple functions, or its function changed over time. It could have started as a tool and later acquired ritual significance. Or a ritual object could have been occasionally used for a practical purpose. The truth is, every proposed explanation has both compelling points and significant flaws. This is what keeps the dodecahedron in the spotlight of historical mystery. It is a puzzle box handed down to us from the Roman Empire. The box is beautiful, intricate and maddeningly silent. Its holes seem to invite us to look through, to find a hidden perspective. But the view it offers is clouded by the mists of time. Perhaps one day a new discovery will provide the key. A lost text, a mosaic, or an inscription might finally break the silence. Until that day, the Roman Dodecahedron will remain a testament to the unknown. It is an artifact that generates more questions than answers. Its purpose is a secret the Romans took with them to their graves. The object's allure is in its refusal to be categorized. It is too ornate for a simple tool, yet too widespread for a personal whim. The dodecahedron exists in a liminal space between the practical and the magical. Its 12 faces and 20 vertices continue to challenge and inspire. For now, it is a beautiful, tangible question mark inherited from antiquity. The final answer remains elusive, locked away in the silent past. Each generation of historians brings new theories to the table. The rise of 3D printing has allowed for easy replication and testing. Enthusiasts and researchers can now test the knitting and measuring theories for themselves. This hands-on approach has invalidated some ideas while strengthening others. Yet even with modern technology, no single theory has achieved consensus. The object's value in bronze alone made it a target for being melted down. The fact that so many survived suggests they were hidden or protected. This act of preservation hints at a value beyond its material worth. It was an heirloom, a sacred object, or a symbol of identity. The dodecahedron is a silent witness to a forgotten chapter of Roman life. It speaks of a culture in the northern provinces that was distinct from Rome itself. Culture with its own secrets, its own symbols, and its own magic. And so, the small bronze object continues to hold its secrets tight.